Hey, what's up? I'm Chris with Burton Media Group, and on Saturday, May the 9th, 2026, me and my buddy went over to Clay City, Kentucky, and they had an iron pour, and it was provided by the Kentucky Iron Collective, and it was awesome. And they had lots of little hit and miss engines and chainsaws and tractors. They even had a Willys Jeep. It was pretty cool, so I decided to make a video of it, and I'm going to share that with you guys.
Backyard version to the industries that were here before. Our furnace's name is Valentine, and she's going to be making our pretty metal for us today. Who knows the claim to fame of Red River Ironworks? Nobody? Cannonball! War of 1812. Make cannonballs. Make a couple cannonballs. Is our furnace, and it's made up of two stacks, so the top part can come off and then the bottom part stays together.
So is that for cleaning purposes, or is that
For storage and making it, there are people who just do them like straight up all solid.
Okay.
But then if you need to fix something or like any damage or anything to that, plus then you have to be ready to have like a 9-foot tall thing at home. So in general, it's the top stack is where we're putting our layers of coke and iron inside, and then as it gets to where the seam is, it starts to get super heated, and the big belt around it is called the wind belt.
Okay.
And in the wind belt are all these little teardrop windows, and those go straight into the furnace, and those are called tuyeres, which is a French word that literally just means eye into a furnace. So someone's job, right now the dude in the blue coat on the bottom, not the one on the top, is going around and checking all of the tuyeres. So he's going through, looking in there, making sure that everything is all the same brightness, that there isn't anything that's just randomly darker than everything else, because if something's cold inside and hot stuff touches it, it won't reheat it, it'll just get cold.
Cool.
So then you can accidentally have like something stuck to the side of your furnace that's cold, and it will just gather cold metal all around it, and it can like totally shut it off if it wants to. So that's someone's job, is to make sure that that's all going. Not on, we can't see it on this side, but on the other side of the furnace, there's a slag hole also, and so we're just melting random iron. Like it's kind of whatever we can get. A lot of the time, it's radiators, bathtubs, cast iron sinks, sewer pipes, like anything we can get our hands on. So there's a lot of other schmutz and everything else inside of it. And all of that will like goop up and go to the top, and then the bottom layer will be nice, hot, homogeneous iron.
Oh, okay.
So that hole on the other side of the furnace is kind of like a drain, but it's for all the goo to come out first. So there's gonna be, we know that we're getting closer to having metal ready to come out when slag starts coming out of that hole.
So that's the molten part that we saw earlier?
Yes, that little dribble, that's all, that was iron.
Oh, okay.
So they charged it up, they got it up to temperature, and then they put a bunch of iron inside of it, and then once finally it melted all the way down and started coming out the tap hole, we were like, sweet, we're in business, we're at the right temp, everything's melting, good to go.
Yeah.
So on the other side is that slag hole, and much like scum on a soup, you know, like when you're cooking meats in your soups and stuff. All of that's gonna come pouring out of that hole, and it's gonna look super gelatinous and like honey, like really weird. And that's going to be gooing just out the side, and then eventually there's going to be a nice bright, like very liquid, almost like water material coming out, and that's molten iron.
Oh, okay.
So the bottom, you saw like where that little blip of iron came out before? That's our tap hole, and then we have put in something called a BOT, B-O-T, which is clay and sand mixed together to make a semi-permeable barrier.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a dirty, like quick fire clay. You don't really want to make anything out of this. But it works really good as a barrier to stop the iron. And then it's also, since it's not fired or anything, it's still soft enough that we can go whack that off and go poke a hole through it to get the iron.
Oh, okay.
So once iron starts coming out of the slag hole, that means that our well has filled up to the amount that we want. And when you build these things, depending on where you put that slag hole, will tell you how much metal you're going to get.
Oh, okay.
So around where we have it now, I think is where we're going to get like 45 to 50 pounds. But I mean, we run way bigger ones where like the maximum tap is about 1,000 pounds.
That is wild.
So
okay, so let me get this straight. So once you guys remove the clay, that's where the steel is going to come out.
Yeah, all the iron. All iron.
I'm sorry, iron. Yeah.
No, you're good.
And that's going in your pour pots over there that you're preheating.
Our ladles. Yes.
Okay.
So the inside of the furnace is rammed with refractory, which is like a really heat-reflective cement kind of.
Okay.
And the inside of our ladles are also lined with that.
So that's what's protecting the outside of this of your furnace.
We get it started with propane, and then the propane is enough, which it's a combination of forced air and propane.
Oh, okay. So that's where your boiler motors are coming in.
Yeah. So it's just to make it go bigger, but it's all just propane, and then once the coke gets burning, we don't need the propane anymore.
Oh, okay.
But the ladles don't have that inside of them, so they just stay with propane.
Yeah. All right.
There's a couple different styles of ladles. Not everybody has one where you have to like preheat it like this.
Yeah.
There's some newer technology where it's a little bit like a cousin of fiberglass.
Oh, okay.
That's more of a like a one-time use kind of. You put this in there and then it gets all messed up and everything.
So what are these constructed of?
Just steel and refractory.
Steel?
Yeah.
So if you poured it in there cold, it would just stick, right? Is that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Real bad. Real bad. And a lot of this is like personal science and kind of the journey to discover like how well you can run one of these things.
Yeah.
You make them and then you run it, so it has its own like personality.
Oh yeah.
Like we get, you can see the little stream on the other side of the furnace right there.
Yeah.
So they are about to get ready to bring a ladle over to come tap the furnace. It'll be cooler to check it all out.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.